Hi Steve, how are you doing? Very nice to meet you. I'm Cassam from HeyUGuys. The story of John DuPont and Foxcatcher in general isn't particularly well known over here. I was wondering how well known it is in the US.
It isn't really that well known, aside from, I think in Philadelphia it's fairly well known. I remember it happening, but then I don't remember hearing any more about it.
Are you surprised by that fact, given how important and how big it is as an?
I think in this day and age, if this sort of thing happened, it would be bigger news, and more would be made of it. But at that time, it just sort of came and went.
Okay, so how did you go about researching the role? Is there much literature about it, or was it from video archive?
From both. He commissioned a documentary on himself, so there was the footage of the documentary and hours of raw footage of just him behind the scenes, which I was able to look at. And he wrote several books, and books were written about him. So there was quite a bit in that way, and there were also people to talk to who knew him, who had worked for him, who were coached by him.
Did you find it hard to get his accent right? Because it's a very particular way of speaking that he's got.
He's very specific. He's specific in a lot of ways. He had a very specific look, a very specific way of walking, carrying himself, talking. His demeanor was very specific to him. So I did the best I could and tried to emulate those physicalities, because that was so much a part of who he was.
Sure. And finally, can you tell us a bit about working with some of the amazing actors that you star opposite in this film?
Well, starting with Vanessa Redgrave, that's a dream come true. And Mark Ruffalo is excellent, just excellent actor. I'm such a huge fan. Channing Tatum, I think, is a revelation in this movie. Aside from all of the great actors, Bennett Miller, I think, has established himself as such a meaningful and important director. So it was a pleasure to work with him, too.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.